Bob, thanks for joining me today.
Sure, yeah.
So we're talking about Michigan Trails and Greenway Alliance.
Yep.
Can you tell us what you guys do?
Yeah, Eric, we are the statewide voice for all the non-motorized trail users in Michigan. So if you hike, if you paddle, if you run, if you ski, if you walk, if you simply enjoy being outside on Michigan trails, we advocate for your use and expansion of trails. We also do an awful lot of work at the local level to assist locals in helping to build trails. But we have found that our strongest role is simply advocating for trails here in Michigan. We have found that when we build trails, it gives people a sense of place. They feel safe, they're outside enjoying themselves, and sometimes when it's difficult to reach across the property lines and chat with your neighbor, when you're out on a trail, that connection is almost immediate. You feel safe, you feel willing to reach out. We have found really that the trails are America's new front porch in that regard.
When the Michigan Trails and Greenways has an issue and they bring it to the legislature, what is that process like for you guys?
So it's cool, I'll tell you, Eric, that for 28 years I worked in the Senate and many times partisan issues. The beauty about working on trails is it's a bridging issue. We can bring Republicans together with Democrats, the House with the Senate, the governor's office with the legislature, because everyone appreciates trails.
Bob, we're heading into 2020.
Yeah.
It's a big election year.
Yep.
You talk about this being a bridging issue. What are some of the opportunities and opposition you might see coming in the next 12 to 18 months?
So we're working on an expanded recreation passport program here. Right now, if you want to elect to pay the $11 fee to get you into state parks, you have to check a box that you want it. When we originally designed this legislation 10 years ago, it was meant to be an opt-out, which presumed that you wanted that benefit of access to all state parks for $11. We want to move to an opt-out, so you simply have to check a box if you don't want it. And we came that close to passing that legislation last legislative session. Overwhelmingly passed the Senate, and it died on the last day of session last year. So we have renewed that effort to move from opt-in to opt-out, which is going to triple the amount of money for local recreation grants and a huge increase to support our state parks.
You guys are essentially an army of two,
Yep.
holding down all the trails and greenways. People who see this video or get involved in the Michigander or however, how can they help you?
One of the reasons I was really excited about this opportunity to connect with you, Eric, is the fact that we are interested in drawing trail users into Lansing. I have found that when I testify on bills, appropriation issues, that it's much more powerful if I can have individual trail users at my back, talking about their experiences on trails. So I am very interested in reaching out to trail users all over Michigan to join me in Lansing.
Last question I want to ask you.
Yeah.
You have a new trail that might be opening up soon. Can you talk about that?
Oh my gosh, it's been so exciting. So when I first started a couple years ago, one of the things that this organization had done is a map of potentially linking up several large, what we call them Great Lake to Lake trails, from one Great Lake shoreline to the other. We have 3 routes in the Lower Peninsula, 2 in the Upper Peninsula. We are about ready to open up our Route 1, which will be a 275-mile trail between South Haven and Port Huron. We're going to celebrate it, the opening in September, with our inaugural ride from South Haven to Port Huron. And that is really the essence of what we do, because we've connected with people, we've connected with communities, the legislature's been involved with endorsing that trail, and it's a great celebration. It's really a wrap-up of all the work we've done for the last 20 years in this organization.